John Bolton is going to plead guilty. The push-broom mustache of war, the man who spent 4 decades demanding that we invade, occupy, and regime change half of the planet, is about to walk into a federal courtroom and admit that he broke the law with the same classified secrets that he built an entire career abusing and protecting. Here's the deal. He gets 1 felony count of illegally retaining sensitive national security documents, and he gets a fine just north of $2 million. He was originally charged with 18 counts, 18 felony counts, and he's pleading it down to 1. Prosecutors say that he funneled more than 1,000 pages of his daily notes as the national security advisor, classified up to top secret. And he did it through his personal email to family members. He wasn't sending them to himself. He sent them outside to family members. He's due in court on June 26th. And I don't care that Bolton ultimately turned on the man who hired him, Donald Trump. What I care about is what he did to this country. This is a man who never met a war he didn't want to send your kids to fight. In Iraq, he was one of the loudest voices for a war built on lies. In Iran, he wanted to bomb them openly, in print, for decades. Regime change everywhere, forever, and on somebody else's dime and with somebody else's blood. He is the human face of the foreign policy that this movement, our organization exists to end. Now, I want you to remember 3 other names because you're not going to hear them. Kristian Saucier, he's was a 22-year-old Navy machinist mate. He took 6 photos of a submarine engine room on a cell phone to show his family members what he did for a living, and he got a year in federal prison. Jack Teixeira, a 21-year-old Massachusetts Air National Guardsman. He sent classified materials through a Discord server to his friends in an online gaming community, more as a brag than anything else. It was a mistake. He got 15 years in federal prison. I don't know if you remember Reality Winner. She was an Air Force veteran working as an NSA contractor. She leaked a single document, one that showed the American people that a Russian foreign government had tried to interfere in our elections. She got 5 years and 3 months in federal prison. Now, I'm not going to sit here and I'm going to tell you that all 3 of them are heroes. They made some serious mistakes. But here's the thing. They were young. They made mistakes and they paid for it. They did the time. Kids in uniform, lower enlisted, people with no power, no connections, and no friends in high places. And then there's John motherfucking Bolton. More than 1,000 pages, top secret. And the man pays a fine and gets a ride home. There's 2 systems of justice, one for the push-broom mustache and one for the young enlisted who made mistakes. Let me tell you something else. I promise you, John Bolton will never feel the pain of that $2 million fine. A man like Bolton, he doesn't pay his own bills. Maybe one of the foreign lobbies that's been bankrolling Washington warhawks for decades, the same crowd interfering in our elections and writing our foreign policy, maybe they pick up the tab for him. I'm positive there's a casino owner out there that loves to be involved in politics that'll pay the tab for John Bolton. I'm sure there's a quid pro quo that can be arranged. That's the whole machine. War decided by a handful of unelected insiders inside of Washington, D.C., men exactly like Bolton, and nobody gets to say no. The founders, they gave that power to Congress, to the people's house, not the president, and not to the defense contractor mustache who thinks the law is for the little people. We are done sending our kids to die for the John Boltons of the world. We are done letting one room of men decide when this country goes to war. We are done with the 2 tiers of justice. If you've had enough of it, go to bringourtroopshome.us and find out what we're fighting for and how we're going to reclaim our power and take it back from the people who've been abusing it for far too long. Go to bringourtroopshome.us.